Welcome to 8 at 8. I'm gonna lay down my burden down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. I'm gonna lay down my burden down by the riverside, study more, no more. Yeah, I love this song for a lot of reasons. But this morning I want to challenge you to connect with this song connects together, laying down our burdens and studying more, no more. You know, there's a connection between our salvation, our baptism, our identity with Christ, Easter Sunday, all these awesome things that we celebrate, and the war that battles inside of us and that many times spews out of our body and our mouth and our heart. There's a connection, and I want us to explore that today. Let's listen to that again. I'm gonna lay down my burden down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. I'm gonna lay down my burden down by the riverside, study more, no more. Now here's what I've heard a lot. I've heard that you, along with just about everybody else, is spending a lot of time in the same place with the same people. And I wonder this morning if you might be willing to just consider that it's possible that spending a lot of time with the same people may be leading you to a place where you might be warring in your heart a little bit towards some of those people. You know, the people that are in your family, the people that you're actually still seeing a little bit these days. And if you are, I wonder if there is a connection that you might be willing to make this morning between laying down your burdens and studying more, no more. That there's this connection between trying on my long white robe, gonna try on my long white robe, which is that beautiful picture of baptism. There's a connection between that and this. I'm gonna lay down my sword and shield down by the riverside. There's a connection between the long white robe of baptism and laying down our sword and shield. Yesterday in our service, we celebrated this awesome passage from Romans chapter 6, and it says this: just as Christ was raised from the dead, we too can live a new life. If we died with Christ, we also believe that we're going to live with him. That we count ourselves dead to sin, but alive to God in Christ Jesus. That we are not supposed to offer any part of our body as an instrument of wickedness, but rather we're supposed to offer ourselves to God as those who have been brought from death to life. And so you may have heard there is just like a ton more domestic violence in this era of staying at home more. And that's because as we're around the same people more and more, that some of us are tempted towards harboring things in our heart that don't need to be there. And for some people, that results in domestic violence. For others, that results in domestic verbal violence. For others of us, we might just walk around and our hearts getting more and more hard towards those people or towards God or both. And we need to lay down our sword and shield down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. We're gonna lay down our sword and shield down by the riverside. We're gonna study more, no more. Now here's the question: are you willing to study more, no more? Are you willing to let the joy that I hope you experienced yesterday in some way or fashion as you celebrated the resurrection of Christ, are you willing to let that enter your heart and come out in your relationships with those who are you're closest to, those who you're spending the most time with. In other words, those who are hardest for you to express love to, those who are hardest for you to be patient with, those of people in your life where it's just the hardest ones to let go of the record of wrongs and all that. Would you this morning consider what it means to connect together the resurrection of Christ and your belief in Jesus and the life that's coming inside of you, I hope, in all kinds of different ways? Would you let that actually change your heart to the place where you're ready to lay down your sword and shield and study war no more? Now, would you think and pray about that as I continue just to share this song? Let the joy of the Lord and the joy of laying down your burdens penetrate into your heart as you think and pray about those who you are with most right now. May God bless you. I'm going to talk with the Prince of Peace down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. I'm going to talk with the Prince of Peace down by the riverside, study war no more. I'm gonna cross that river Jordan, down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. I'm gonna cross that river Jordan, down by the riverside, study war no more. I'm gonna lay down that heavy load, down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. I'm gonna lay down that heavy load, down by the riverside, study war no more. Let's do it. Here we go. I'm gonna lay down my sword and shield. Do it. Down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. I'm gonna lay down my sword and shield, down by the riverside, study war no more. Lay down my burdens, down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. I'm gonna lay down my burdens, down by the riverside, study war. May God bless you as you lay down your burdens, as you lay down your sword and shield, and go and love those who God has given you life in order so that you can love them. May the Lord's face shine upon you and through you, through your body, through your words, through your attitude, through your heart. May it start in your heart and come out all day long today. Down by the riverside, we lay it down, and in our homes, we love each other.